Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your local bored as fuck college freshman Rebel Shadow here. Uh, there have been so many things going on in the wrestling force, in the wrestling industry, that I feel like we really need to talk about. Uh, so, um, how do I say this? So, at the beginning of the month, CM Punk got fired, unsurprisingly, because honestly, his behavior is fucking toxic. I can't say I didn't see this coming. Because, like, if he got suspended for almost a fucking year, like at the end of near the end of 2022 last year, because of shit he pulled. Like, so he got into a backstage fight last year, and he got into another one this year at All in London. So it's not surprising why it's not surprising why fucking CM Punk got himself fired. The first time he was suspended, the second time he got fired. So I'm not surprised one bit. But then let's talk about how what's the word? Another thing I should mention. So WWE and UFC have officially merged under TKO Group Holdings, despite operating as separate companies under Endeavor, which is now the current owner and operator of both the UFC and WWE. So that's something. Hope you guys are all doing well this afternoon. I am pretty fucking bored and a bit tired at the same time. Originally, I was planning on going to college this morning, but my classes were canceled. So I decided to just stay at home. And I decided I would just like go live for once because I feel like what am I doing? What the hell am I actually doing? I am really fucking bored, and I feel like sometimes I don't really have anything better to do with my life other than to just work. Like, it's basically what I do: eat, sleep, work, walk, repeat. I do a whole lot of stuff. Can't stop drinking. I've already eaten. I've still got cravings. Yikes! Like, I can kind of relate. Like, I got cravings on a daily basis. You're going to Wisconsin? That's pretty cool. But like, yeah. So I have been going through a lot recently, especially in the wrestling industry. And oh damn, I actually hope you're okay though. So, oh yeah, I've gotten to take a look at those actually. I have gotten to take a look at those. And this coming Saturday, in just 2 days, when season 4 premieres, everyone's gonna be in total shock. Do I take art requests on Discord? I don't really. Yeah, it's like a whole long story that I could probably get into another time. Ha! That's pretty fucking funny. So what I'm gonna be talking about right now is the CM Punk incident. Let's address that first. Let's address what happened when CM Punk got fired. I am currently reading an article that was just published today. That was published today from Cultaholic. So Tony Khan explained why he addressed the Chicago crowd following CM Punk's firing. It must be embarrassing for Tony Khan himself having to address the crowd in CM Punk's hometown, no less. It must be really fucking embarrassing when your own boss fires you in front of a live crowd at an event taking place in front of your hometown. Like, holy fucking shit. So yeah. So he revealed why he fired him, and he said, and I quote, "You can't see everyone's face from the center of the ring. You have to choose one side of the crowd to face when you're in the ring. And I wanted to be able to see everyone. I felt like I'm not a wrestler. I don't need to be in the ring. And for this moment, I thought I would just sit down and talk to everyone. That's why I brought out a chair. And when I was done and walked backstage, the first person I saw was Ricky Steamboat. And he said, 'That was great. You turned the crowd. You turned them around. That's so hard to do, and you did it.' I felt like I at least owed that much to the wrestlers and the fans to go out there and talk to everyone." So yeah, he kind of did. He did talk with them. So a lot of people are getting fired, and a lot of people are like, how do I say this? A lot of people are getting released from their fucking contracts. I don't understand why. I mean, like, these people are supposed to be classified as independent contractors. Let me see. Honestly, I can't say I didn't see it coming. Like, people, I think not only is Roderick Strong one of the biggest fucking cucks in the history of professional wrestling, I think that CM Punk might also be one of the biggest fucking cucks in the history of wrestling, because he has had a history of displaying toxic behavior almost everywhere he went. He displayed some toxic behavior in the WWE, and to think I actually like the guy. The guy does cut great promos. Yes, he's really good at cutting promos. I'll give him that. But when it comes to, like, when he's not performing in the ring, he's a really toxic person. Like he has the mentality of a toxic person. I mean, he needs to find another place to work at if he's gonna be a wrestler again. He came out of retirement like 2 years ago. The least he could do is go back to TNA, because I do remember in the early days he was in TNA. So I see no reason why Impact wouldn't bring him back. So last Thursday, I watched what I could have potentially gotten to witness live in action if I were actually able to afford getting tickets to the Westchester County Center. I watched the 1000th episode of Impact Wrestling, and my God, I think it was actually great that we got to see some returning superstars. Like, we got to see Awesome Kong. I'm like, that was actually pretty fucking awesome. But what I was not expecting at all was to see Raisha Saeed coming out. Like, I was not expecting her to be back. I mean, I don't mind the beautiful people. I don't mind, like, Gail Kim. I don't mind Mickey James. I mean, they all did their part, and I'm glad they came out. But something that really stuck out to me is that, like, what I will never understand is that why did we not see Madison Rain there? And why did we not see ODB there? But, like, one of the many saving graces for that episode was that they brought back Feast or Fired. I want to see, on tonight's episode of Impact Wrestling, who is getting fired. Because a lot of people are saying that Moose might be fired. Like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Like, why would he be the one to get fired when he has a long-standing tenure with the company? He signed possibly one of the longest contracts in the company's history. The dude's like Brock Lesnar at this rate. The guy's like fucking Brock Lesnar. So there were 4 briefcases. What the crap? What the crap? So they were both. How do I say this? What the crap? So now I'm seeing that there are actual spoilers for tonight's episode of Impact Wrestling. Since both episodes were taped on the same day at the Westchester County Center in White Plains, I could have gotten to see that. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, so there were 9 matches in total. I hate to be the guy that gives out spoilers, but I'm gonna do this anyway. So if you're gonna watch Impact Wrestling, I'm gonna give you spoilers of all 9 matches on tonight's card. The first match was a match that was saved for a future broadcast of BTI, also known as Before the Impact. Like MK Ultra, which was a tag team of Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich, who are the current Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, defeated the Death Dolls, aka Jessica Havoc, and Courtney Rush, aka Rosemary. Oh, so she's not using the name Rosemary anymore. What the fuck? What changed? I don't get it. So yeah, they retained their championships in a match that took only 8 minutes and 23 seconds. In the second match, Alan Angels defeated Ace Austin. God, I fucking hate that guy. Mike Bailey, Rich Swann, Samurai Del Sol, and Zachary Wentz in an Ultimate X match that lasted 9 minutes and 39 seconds. In the third match, why is this wrestler named Jake something? I don't like this guy's wrestling name. They called him Cousin Jake, like from the Deaners. Like, I'm just gonna call him Cousin Jake because the name Jake something fucking sucks. So yeah, Cousin Jake defeated Dirty Dango, aka Fandango, from the WWE, who recently came to Impact, accompanied by Alpha Bravo, or Johnny Bravo, I guess, in a singles match that only lasted 4 minutes and 56 seconds. Eric Young, accompanied by Scott D'Amore, defeated Kenny King, accompanied by Sheldon Jean, by DQ. That's the fourth match, and that was a singles match that lasted 35 seconds. You mean to tell me that we have a fucking squash match? This is some Paramount bullshit. Okay. Team Canada, aka Eric Young and Scott D'Amore, defeated Kenny King and Sheldon Jean by DQ. That's the fifth match. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah. So yeah, that's the tag team match, and that lasted only 10 seconds. So now you're telling me we only have a. So now you're telling me we have a fucking. How do I say this? So like we have. So that was a 10-second match, and that was. Dude, that was a fucking squash match. How the fuck do you have a tag team match and a squash match in the same night? What the fuck? Okay, so in the sixth match, we have the return of America's Most Wanted. Basically, Wildcat Chris Harris and James Storm. Let's go! James Storm is back in Impact Wrestling! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Okay. America's Most Wanted and Team Canada defeating the Design, basically Cody Deaner and Connor from WWE. What the fuck? Kenny King and Sheldon Jean. 8-man tag match took 9 minutes, 8 seconds. Okay, now we have our 7th match. Josh Alexander defeated Trey Miguel, accompanied by Zachary Wentz, in a singles match that took 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Team Over. Holy shit, there's a lot to go through here. Team Over. Basically, Gail Kim, Jordan Grace, Mickey James, Trinity, and Awesome Kong, accompanied by Raisha Saeed, defeated Team Beautiful People. Basically, Giselle Shaw, Angelina Love, Deonna Purrazzo, Savannah Evans, and Tasha Steeles, accompanied by Jai Vidal and Velvet Sky. It's a 10 knockouts tag team match, which took 15 minutes and 23 seconds. And finally, in the main event, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino teamed up to defeat this tag team that they call the most professional wrestling gods. I don't fucking understand. That's basically Brian Myers and Moose. Tag team match that took 5 minutes and 59 seconds, basically near 60 seconds. And that is all. And that is all the spoilers for tonight's show. That is basically all of the spoilers for tonight's show. So, yeah, you're welcome. Because some asshole decided to leak the entire show and post the results on Wikipedia. I don't fucking know why someone did that, but they did. What the hell? You've been trolled. I just trolled my entire audience. Fuck! It didn't go through. Motherfucking cunt. 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 L. What the fuck? So there's a lot to go through tonight. Look on the bright side. At least you didn't fall out of your chair. Yeah, I would have broken my ass for sure. I can't wait to see what you're adding to the Rainbow Surprise Bakery, by the way, Ruthie. I really want to see I'm genuinely curious to see what's going to happen next. Also, so I did some more research this morning, and I found out that once SmackDown's 5-year contract with the Fox network expires next year, SmackDown might actually be moving back to the USA Network. Just like how Raw moved back to USA after 5 years of being on Spike TV back in 2000. They moved back to USA Network in 2005. So I feel like history is kind of repeating itself. But if USA cannot afford to keep Raw or NXT, then I feel like Raw should go to the main NBC network. I've been asking for this for so long. If you're gonna have SmackDown airing on a major US broadcast network, if you're gonna have SmackDown airing on a network like Fox, then why not have Raw air on a network like NBC? After all, it should have been NBC Universal that purchased WWE, not Endeavor, because NBC Universal has had a great broadcast partnership with WWE for years. It surprises me how they were the ones to purchase the WWE, especially since literally all of their content, all of the WWE's archived content, including content from the 80s and the 90s, like the territories, the NWA stuff, WCW, ECW, all the good stuff, is literally on the Peacock streaming service, which is, in fact, owned and operated by NBC Universal. So this makes no fucking sense. The ways that this doesn't make any logical fucking sense are piling up at a rapidly alarming rate. If I had to list all the ways that this doesn't make any remote fucking sense, we'd be here all fucking night. Do I plan on watching this year's NXT Halloween Havoc? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oof. Damn. That sucks. Yeah, I definitely plan on watching Halloween Havoc, even though I don't really watch NXT that much. I'm mostly watching either Raw, SmackDown, or Impact. So yeah. Also, I don't watch AEW. I don't watch AEW anymore. Like, the company has proven itself to be a toxic fucking cesspool. I want nothing more to do with AEW. Like, don't expect me to turn to TBS or TNT on Wednesdays or Fridays. I am not fucking watching that shit. Or Saturdays, for that matter. I'm not watching Dynamite, I'm not watching Rampage, and I'm damn sure not watching Collision. Fuck AEW and fuck Tony Khan. Like, the more we pay attention or like put any ounce of money into his product, the more likely the company's gonna grow. I want to see AEW die the same death that WCW did back in 2001. Yeah. TNT and TBS are owned by WB, which makes things a lot worse. It makes things a lot worse since Warner Bros. Discovery literally owns the Warner and Turner assets. So, let's see what we got here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, AEW is probably just a bunch of toilets wrestling. Dude, the only toilets there are their mouths. And like, this is coming from me, a guy who likes to curse a lot. But these guys are just the kind of guys who curse just for the sake of cursing. There is no. Don't make that joke. Why are we joking about skipping toilet? No. What the fuck? Oh my god, no. Yo, y'all got me dead. I swear. God. Y'all killing me, man. I hate y'all niggas. Y'all be doing all kinds of crazy shit to me, man. Yo, don't get me started on Baby Shark, because that's basically what my high school was doing. My high school had a shark for their mascot, and they literally made Baby Shark costumes for the teachers and the students. Like, bro, if I didn't have a reason to want to commit suicide, that would have been a definitely good reason for me to do so. Because I had to spend 4 fucking years being tormented by that kind of shit. I had to endure it during my freshman year of high school. Thank God I wasn't able to endure it during my sophomore year because we were all quarantined thanks to fucking COVID. But my junior and senior year, that shit continued. That shit continued, and I wanted to get the fuck out of there as fast as possible. The minute I saw these costumes on the teachers, on the staff, and and the students too. Like as soon as I saw them on the teachers and the staff and the students, like I want to burn that shit to a fucking crisp. I want to kill that shit with fire. So you do have a lot of sailors in your family. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised you're not one of them though. Oh, where's the story headed, bruh? I think you already know where this is going. Like, or Bad Girls Club members. Oh God. Oh my God. So a lot of shit happened that I'm about to get into. So So yeah, back to what I was talking about. Recently, like there has been news circulating all around this year and last year too that WWE was gonna get purchased by another major company, and it happened. WWE, like UFC, got acquired by Endeavor, and Endeavor like WWE wanted to make the move of merging both WWE and UFC into one major company. WWE and UFC both exist as separate companies. However, they're like, despite being the largest wrestling company in the world, WWE is now owned and operated by TKO Group Holdings, a majority owned subsidiary of Endeavor Group Holdings. So yeah, so yep. So now we got a new owner for both for both WWE and UFC. The merger took place 9 days ago, and like this happened like while I was still in college. As soon as I got home and I heard the news, I was like, "Holy fucking shit! You can't be real. You can't be fucking real. This is real. This shit happened." And like the news, they weren't shitting you. That actually happened. So like I'm hoping because I'm hearing news that Vince McMahon might potentially get fired or kicked out. Like they might do a federal investigation. I'm really hoping that Vince McMahon is still chairman of TKO Group Holdings. I'm hoping that he no longer has creative power because he's gonna continue fucking up the WWE way worse than he already did. That would be pretty cool to see. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That would actually be really cool to see, especially since Yo, holy shit! How do we get new people watching this? Because like, I was in the middle of reading some wrestling news articles. Oh yeah, Caitlin, I will definitely be sure of that. I will definitely make sure of that. Like, I'm guessing people are just like suddenly finding this in the recommended feed. Like, what the fuck happened to the algorithm? Oh shit, that's crazy actually. I didn't know your grandfather was a I didn't know your grandfather was a World War II vet. That's damn. That is whoa. Hats off to him. Anyway, oh, great grandfather. Like, I didn't know your great grandfather was actually a World War II vet. Much respect to him. Night of Champions 2023 is actually now on DVD. Holy fucking shit. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. So yeah, we got past the TKO group holding things, and we got past CM Punk getting fired. But now we got more reports this morning that and we already mentioned earlier that SmackDown might move to another network next year. And the network in question would probably be back to the USA network after 5 years of being on Fox. So I'm not sure what would happen next, but all I can tell you is that Nia Jax recently returned to WWE, and I am not a happy camper at all. I fucking hate this woman. Like, this woman can't wrestle for shit, dude. I mean, she's had a history of being a reckless. Like, she has a history of putting people in danger, like legitimately injuring people. She has like a history of displaying toxic behavior in the ring. Like, as a wrestler, she sucks. Like, I'm not sure how she is as a person, but as a wrestler, she's fucking awful. Like, she can't wrestle for shit, dude. I mean, all she does is injure people. Like, I mean, if you've seen this week's episode of Raw, like, let's go through it. Let's go through this. Let's go through this. Hey, welcome back. So let's go through exactly what happened this week on Raw. So when Nia Jax came back, this happened right in the middle of this happened right at the end of a match pitting Chelsea Green and Piper Niven against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. That was a tag team match, and like, my God, was that really fucking necessary to have a post match assault from Nia Jax? Like, just like, let's be real. Do people even want Nia Jax anyway? Oh boy. Okay. So we're gonna talk about my roster for Shadow Pro Wrestling. So Caitlin says Heather started 9/11, Amber caused the Holocaust, and believe it or not, Big Dick Busick caused the sinking of the Essex. Shipwreck story that inspired Moby Dick. Moby Dick Busick. No. So yeah, you couldn't you censored the name Big Dick Busick, but you couldn't censor the name Moby Dick. I find this hilarious. I find this absolutely hilarious. What, like, bro, y'all got me killed. Y'all got me killed. Y'all got me killed, bro. What the hell? Like, I'm like dead ass. Dead fucking ass. Wait, we're over here talking about a lot of shit that happened recently in the world of professional wrestling. And if you've seen what happened this week on SmackDown, no, not SmackDown, but Raw. So, hey y'all, what's up? So, this is basically what I normally do when I'm like not on the college campus. But I'm thinking about one of these days actually doing a stream while I'm on college campus. I might do that very soon. I might actually do that very soon. Especially when I'm on the bus or something like that. You'll get to see me take a ride. I'll be doing a whole lot of shit. And welcome Re69. Welcome to the channel. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is a channel where I primarily upload wrestling-based content and a whole lot of other things. I post a whole variety of things here. If not Chernobyl, then his cheerleader wife will eventually cause Polo Verde to explode. Oh boy. Hey, yeah, Johnny Knockout's wife. That fucking cheerleader bitch, I swear. Jesus Christmas! Blows his love while off camera, bro. Hey, at least it's not gonna end like, how do I say this? At least it's not gonna end like fucking Heroes of Wrestling. Cause Heroes of Wrestling was one of, if not the worst thing to ever happen to professional wrestling. It took place in October 1999. So yeah, Heroes of Wrestling. I'm gonna take you guys back in time. This was an event that took place. Yeah, this was an event that took place in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Not to be confused with St. Louis, Missouri. We're talking about a place that was once called Casino Magic, but is now called Hollywood Casino Gulf Coast. This event took place on October 10th, 1999. And this is basically the worst. This is the worst thing that has ever happened to professional wrestling. Especially since, how do I say this? Like, during a wrestling match, you have, Bob Orton. When Bob Orton Jr. was wrestling in that match. That's basically... Yeah, Bob Orton Sr. That is Randy Orton's dad. And during a match that Bob Orton Jr. had with Jimmy Superfly Snuka, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, God rest his soul. You have little kids chanting in the crowd, and I quote, "Bob is a faggot." I'm not kidding. You have little kids, who are actually using those words. Like you have little kids using those words. Their parents are fucking irresponsible, I swear. Like, why the fuck would you, like, I'm a hypocrite and I have no legs to stand on when I say this, but, like, what kind of parents would teach their kids to curse like that? Seriously. Bob is a cigarette. Yeah. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. In the main event, with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, God rest his soul, teaming up with King Kong Bundy, who also died, God rest his soul, accompanied by Mark Henry. When they were teaming up with Jake the Snake Roberts and Yokozuna, God rest his soul. Like, how do I say this? Like, there was a whole Jake Roberts was wasted on live national pay-per-view television. Like, he was not only intoxicated, but he was literally inebriated, and kids were watching this. So yeah, what I'm reading right now actually had this. The show was originally booked to conclude with a double main event pitting Jake Roberts against Jim Neidhart, followed by King Kong Bundy against Yokozuna. Roberts' problems with drug and alcohol addiction had been well publicized in the preceding years, and his booking in the main event was meant to capitalize on the resurgence in popularity he had enjoyed as a result of his attempts at sobriety. Roberts' return to the ring was meant to be the high point of the evening, and the match responsible for generating the most publicity. However, Roberts suffered a relapse prior to the show and consumed a significant amount of alcohol before arriving. Prior to his match with Neidhart, Roberts had been scheduled to cut a promo in which he would taunt Neidhart. Due to his level of intoxication, Roberts' promo instead consisted of a slurred, incoherent rant consisting largely of wordplay based on the event's casino setting. One particular segment of the rant would go viral after it was posted on WrestleCrap. So, like, it basically went like this. He said, and I quote, "You don't want to play cards with me because I'll cheat, okay? You want to play 21? I got 22. You want to play blackjack? I got 2 of those too. You want to play aces and eights, baby? I got too many of those too." After the interview, Roberts staggered to the ring with his trademark snake. This is the part where it gets really dark. This is your last chance. Like, what I'm gonna mention here is quite disturbing. Like, if you are squeamish, like have a fear of sexual stuff, or like just in general have trouble forgetting disturbing things, then you might want to turn your volume down for this, because some of the detail I'm gonna go into is really fucking disturbing. Like if you have an aversion to this kind of stuff, then you will definitely want to back out now. After the interview, Roberts staggered to the ring with his trademark snake. However, upon reaching the ring, Roberts put the snake down and attempted to return backstage. He then reversed course, returned to ringside, and began greeting fans. Before entering the ring, Roberts grabbed a female fan and had her rub her hands on his bare chest. Later, Roberts removed the snake from its bag and simulated masturbation in front. Yeah. Like Roberts took the snake from the bag and simulated masturbation with it. Keep in mind that he was doing this in a public crowd full of fucking children. Why and how the hell was this show still being broadcasted? The event's producers cut to wide shots of the crowd during the incident so that at-home viewers were unaware of what was happening in the ring. Roberts eventually collapsed in the middle of the ring with the snake draped over his body. The supine Roberts then began to attempt to kiss the snake. Oh my fucking god. In an effort to salvage the match, promoter Bill Stone decided on the fly to combine the main event into one tag team event and send Bundy to tag team with Neidhart and Yokozuna to team up with Roberts. Stone then sent a member of the production crew, Michael Henry, to ringside to consult with the wrestlers. There was no finished plan for this match, as none of the wrestlers involved were willing to take a fall. Bundy and Yokozuna had even had it written into their contracts they could not be pinned or submitted. Bundy pinned Roberts by hitting him with a slash after Roberts had staggered and fallen around the ring several times, despite Roberts not being the legal man in the ring. Yokozuna and Henry attempted to salvage the event and Roberts' reputation by trying to goad Roberts into attacking Henry, making his behavior appear scripted. Roberts was too inebriated to realize what was happening and remained oblivious to Yokozuna and Henry's attacks. Yokozuna then hit a Samoan drop on Henry to make the entire series of events appear scripted while Yokozuna attacked Henry. Roberts began to disrobe in the middle of the ring. He took off his clothes in the middle of the ring, and the producers cut the feed immediately thereafter. To call this event a piece of total shit was an insult to shit. What pardon the cliche? Like with everything that I've seen in this event so far, and yes, I have seen the whole event from start to finish. This event has no legs to stand on. It wants to piss you off, and if it doesn't do that, it'll probably end up disgusting you with how Jake the Snake Roberts tried to simulate masturbation in front of a live crowd, especially full of children. This event has no reason and no excuse to exist other than anger fuel and nausea fuel. It surprises me how Jake the Snake Roberts wasn't immediately blacklisted from the wrestling industry after that happened. I cannot fucking believe that happened. Hey, Puppy Corn Rio Dago, what's up, man? Hold on, let me do something real quick. There we go. So yeah, a lot of shit happened in the wrestling industry, and I think that Heroes of Wrestling deserves to be deserves to be a completely forgotten event. The 18th Amendment banned the drinking of alcohol, but we're still selling it. Lol. Ha. Yeah. Like, why the fuck would anyone jack off during the filming of a major television production? Exactly. I'm doing great, Gotcha Tails. How are you doing? Like, ever seen that video, Top 10 Worst Wrestlers? I have, actually. I have seen it. And there are some people who have actually made the cut. Yeah. Like, why the fuck would anyone jack off during the filming of a major television production? Let alone with a snake. This was live. This was on live pay-per-view television. So this was being seen in real time. It makes me so angry that there were children witnessing this. Yeah, sure. Let me see what those lines are. Yeah, that snake got violated by Jake. Yeah, pretty much. So we could add 3 things he could be charged with. Public intoxication and inebriation. Like simulating masturbation in front of children. So yeah, indecent exposure. So yeah, we got those 3. And anything else? So yeah, we got public intoxication, public masturbation, indecent exposure. And since he grabbed onto a woman and made her touch his bare chest, I'm gonna say sexual assault. So yeah, that's 4 things he could be charged with. So yeah, number 1, we got 4 things that Jake the Snake Roberts could have been charged with. He could have been charged with public intoxication, public masturbation, indecent exposure, and sexual assault. This guy's a fucking weirdo, man. Like, if Joey Ryan recently got fired from Impact Wrestling 3 years ago because of sexual harassment allegations, then why the fuck was Jake the Snake Roberts not blacklisted from the wrestling industry after that pathetic excuse for an event? If I had to list all the ways that this doesn't make any logical fucking sense, we'd be here all fucking night. Oh yeah, and animal cruelty as well. So yeah, that's 5 things. So yeah, that's 5 things he could be charged with. So yeah, public intoxication, public masturbation, indecent exposure, sexual assault, and animal cruelty. That's 5 things he could be charged with. Yeah. So line 1, we have to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game. And how you play it, it's all about control. And if you can't take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about paying it. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't want to play me. I am control. No way you can take me. I am heavy debt. No way you can pay me. I am the pain. No way you can take me. Look over your shoulder. I'm ready to run like a good little bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game and I make the rules. So move on out before you die like a fool. Try to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, son. Why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay, because I am the game and I want to play. Man, Triple H's theme is stuck in my head. Like, behold the king. The king of kings. Bro, yo, hold on. I'm pretty sure Triple H is retired, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Okay, so yeah, Paul Michael Levesque, born July 27, 1969, better known by the ring name Triple H, is an American business executive, actor, and retired professional wrestler. Okay, so he's a retired professional wrestler. All right, so there we go. Okay. So he retired from wrestling last year. I can't fucking believe it. Like, the abusive cunt Amber Heard has a new movie coming out called In the Fire. Fuck that shit. We're all bailing. Yeah, I'm not watching it. Like, the only thing I'm doing is I can relate. I wish Amber Heard would get like completely blacklisted from the Hollywood film industry, but she's irrelevant, so I'm not gonna continue beating that dead horse. But yeah, so while we're so how do I say this? So while we're on the subject of heroes of wrestling, let's talk about Victory Road 2011. Let's talk about TNA Victory Road 2011. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this event was a masterpiece of failure. Like, not only did it have nothing worth liking, but it failed in each and every single category. It is awe-inspiring to how much this event failed. It is the coalition of everything wrong with the era of TNA wrestling when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff were in charge, especially when Dixie Carter was in charge. All three of them contributed to the death of TNA wrestling and why the company ultimately changed its name from TNA Wrestling to Impact Wrestling. And I think that it's much better called Impact Wrestling. Don't get me wrong, I still miss the TNA days, but the name and the reputation and the legacy of that name has forever been tarnished thanks to those three fuckers. So let's talk about the main event of Victory Road 2011. So this was what happened. This was basically let's just say this was an event that had Jeff Hardy. Everyone knows who the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy is. And this is what happened. According to reports, the main event of the show was cut short due to backstage concern over Jeff Hardy's well-being. After Jeff Hardy's entrance music played, it took over 40 seconds before he emerged, clearly intoxicated and under the influence of drugs. So yeah, it took him like 40. It took him almost like over a minute just to appear on stage. Clearly intoxicated and under the influence of drugs. Then stumbled out and staggered his way into the ring, forcing referee Brian Hebner to give an X sign during Sting's entrance to the ring. Following an audible from Eric Bischoff and Hardy spending over a minute teasing the crowd whether or not he'd throw his shirt, Sting hit Hardy with his Scorpion Death Drop and forcefully pinned him to end the match in 88 seconds. Upon exiting the ring, Sting responded to chants from fans who were outraged at the length of the match and at Hardy's condition, as it was clear that he was completely unfit to wrestle. Many fans chanted, and I quote, "That was bullshit." And as Sting was walking up the ramp, he turned to the fans and he said, "I agree. I agree." TNA later apologized to its fans for the pay-per-view, quote, falling short of their standards, and offered 6 months of free access to the TNA on-demand library to anyone who bought the event. As a result of the fiasco that unfolded at Victory Road, Hardy was sent home from Impact tapings the following week and was subsequently written out of the next month of TNA programming. It was later reported that while Hardy was considered fine throughout the day, it was only moments before his match that he was deemed unable to compete. Hardy had been abusing drugs and alcohol and completed a 120-day rehab. And completed a 120-day rehab during his time away from TNA. On the September 8th, 2011 edition of Impact Wrestling, Hardy made his return to TNA, and he acknowledged that he had hit rock bottom on the road to recovery before asking the fans for one more shot. Hardy made his return to TNA full-time by the end of September 2011. So yeah, people were really pissed. Like, people were really pissed off at people were really pissed off at fucking Jeff Hardy for that. It's like, yeah, everybody knows about the Jeff. Yep. His name's Jeff. Oof. Jeff messed up, but he forgave the fans. Like fans are still kind of pissed off about him. Where would that go on the list of wrestling controversies? I would, like, if I had to make a long list of wrestling controversies, I would have to say that Heroes of Wrestling would rank number one, especially the unforgivable fact that Jake the Snake Roberts was in the ring simulating masturbation in front of a crowd of fucking children. That is something I cannot forgive under any circumstances. So that one would rank number one. Second place would go to TNA Victory Road 2011. I hope you're okay, though. I really hope you're okay. That's gotta be painful. But like, Jesus fucking Christ. crispy bacon. You put the Jimmy Sappho controversy at number one because of how much of an impact it made. I would probably rank that one number 3. I would say that would come in third place if I had to do my top 10. That would be number 3, definitely. Alcoholic. This has got to be one of the most unforgivable things I've ever seen. All things considered, like it really is. Dead Bart. What? Wait, Dead Bart. 2012, the year the world was supposed to end, but it didn't, and we're still alive and kicking. I'm glad we're still alive. I don't see no Dead Bart around here. Ah, my God. Why am I always feeling fucking tired? I swear. Like, what time did I wake up? I woke up at around 6 a.m. this morning. I woke up around 6 a.m. Unrelated to wrestling, but the only fan whores who advertise on Twitter should burn in hell or at least just. I agree, dude. I agree. At this point, Twitter's fucking broken, and there's nothing we can do about it. And I know that the guys behind it. I know the guys behind Twitter are clearly refusing to do something about it. And right now, whenever people are posting tweets, oh, good. Hold on. So there was a glitch that happened earlier today on Twitter where we couldn't see tweets from other people. So now we're able to so now that glitch got fixed, thank God. Okay. Crimson 77 says, I stopped watching DC because they still have abusers like Ezra Miller and Amber Heard in their roster. Fuck them. Indie movies for the win. Honestly, I agree. Like, bro, we don't talk about Ezra Miller. That guy is like beyond redemption at this point. Like, that guy is fucked up so much that, like, I don't even want to hear his name. I hate the guy that much. Like, I absolutely despise Ezra Miller. The fact that Warner Bros. Chooses to keep these fucking assholes around despite knowing how much these people are doing absolutely horrible things. The only Warner Bros. Discovery asset that actually has common sense is Adult Swim because they did the right thing by getting rid of Justin Roiland after multiple sexual harassment and assault allegations came out against him. And plus, there was evidence that he was talking to minors. So that furthers the evidence. That furthers the proof that Justin Roiland does not deserve to have a job. He deserves to be fired immediately and blacklisted. There was a whole article I read from NBC News last week, and like, despite being proven false at first, there was some more evidence that came out recently that made these allegations proven to be true. I miss Heath Ledger. God rest his soul. I miss him. Heath Ledger was a great Joker. And you know who else was a great Joker? Joaquin Phoenix. I loved Joaquin Phoenix Joker. In fact, he's literally the most talked about iteration of the Joker right now. But it surprises me how Steve Borden or Colby Daniel Lopez, better known, those guys are better known as Sting and Seth Rollins, respectively. Those guys, I'm surprised they didn't play the Joker because they were literally playing the Joker with their wrestling gimmicks. There was literally like Sting literally had several eras of his character, and there's literally this era when he was in TNA during 2011 when he was literally imitating the Joker. Like, Joker Sting was my favorite era of Sting. So yeah, so Sting's gimmick was kind of, how do I say this? He was basically ripping off the Joker. Heath Ledger. He was ripping off Heath Ledger's portrayal of Joker from the 2008 film The Dark Knight. What the fuck? Oh no. No, like, Sting, why though? Like, I understand you're paying tribute to him but with that gimmick, but like, let me be honest with you. There will never be another Heath Ledger. All right? There will never be another Heath Ledger. Want to know how I got these scars? I'm the Joker, baby. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, I like this guy already. To be fair, he ripped off the Crow way before. Yeah, he did. Like, I loved Crow Sting. Like, during the WCW days, I was never alive during the WCW days, sadly, but at least I got to witness what his gimmick was like. But if I had to list my favorite era of Sting, like, it's obviously going to be Joker Sting. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. Joker Sting was easily the best era of Sting. You found a Bane cosplay mask on the internet. It looks like just like the one from the movie. Holy shit. Like, your mom tried to get your dad on the Steve Wilkos show? Really? If that happens, I'm watching. I am watching. That is if I can get home on time from college. Because I do have morning classes on some days and I have afternoon classes on some days. Today my classes were canceled. But I digress. Because the time slots for Steve Wilkos in my area on channel 11 changed. Fuck. Well, bro, you know how much I love. Wait. He's dead. He's been dead for almost 13 years. Damn. God damn. Like, you're reminded that I literally live in the New York market. Like, you're reminded that I live in the number one DMA, despite living in a suburb of New York City. Yes, Yonkers is technically considered a suburb of New York City. And WABC is still my favorite station. There's no question about it. Like, I keep hearing rumors that Disney might potentially sell off ABC. I hope that day never comes. But imagine Caitlyn appearing on the Steve Wilkos show. That would be something. Are you glad that the superhero movie fatigue is happening? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, like I fucking hate Disney for doing this. Like, if they actually sell off Disney, I don't think I'll ever see. I don't think I'll ever see television the same way again. If Nexstar buys ABC, I swear to God, I will jump off my third floor apartment balcony. Because they already purchased 75% of the CW last year. It makes no fucking sense for them to purchase ABC. What's next? Are we going to see another UPN and WB scenario? I don't want that. Fine, we'll only do it once a month. Hey, it's time to play the game. Time to play the game. Now you play it. All about control, and if you can take it. Fuck. Why the hell is torn ACL trending on Twitter right now? Cowboys. Fuck. Dallas Cowboys CB Trayvon Diggs suffered a torn ACL during practice today and will now undergo an MRI to confirm the injury per source. Hope this guy goes gets surgery. Like, that sucks. First, I'm hearing about DeMar Hamlin, and now this. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. I am looking at Shelton Benjamin's Twitter page, and his bio literally has the lyrics from the Boondocks. Much respect to this guy. I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. Nexstar is basically the go-to company for studios to make utter bullshit decisions for. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why. My mom's in the background. You've never had operations before and hope to never do so, but you have a phobia for surgery or any medical procedure. I can relate. I can absolutely relate. Also, it's been revealed that a couple more superstars got released from their WWE contracts this today. Like, news came out about that this morning. There's a whole list of superstars that came out that. And like some of these people that got fired. Some of these people that got fired quit or left on their own merits, or their contracts expired. These guys got released from their contracts, but I don't know why they got released from their contracts. But the following superstars have been released, and they are, and I quote, Mustafa Ali, Rick Boogs, Elias, Dolph Ziggler, Emma, Riddick Moss, Top Dollar from Hit Row, Aaliyah, and finally Shelton Benjamin. Most of them have not been seen on TV for a while, but Ali and Ziggler like shocked me. Like especially when Shelton Benjamin. Like Shelton Benjamin, I actually thought I was gonna stay out on the roster. I was not expecting this at all. Although Ziggler and his brother hinted of teaming up, and Ali was still on the hunt for the North American title. Hopefully, these guys would find their footing outside of WWE in any capacity. Honestly, I feel like if Ziggler got released from his WWE contract, he would be a lot better off if he went to Impact Wrestling with Matt Cardona, because if I recall correctly, Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder were actually a tag team. Matt Cardona being better known as Zack Ryder in WWE, respectfully. Um, so yeah, I would actually like to see them reunite in Impact Wrestling. I didn't know AJ Styles existed in 2002 fighting the Hurricane. That's so crazy, though. Yeah. And this happened in TNA right when the company started. Oh, these are pretty good. I'm going to take a look at these, Caitlin. Let me take a look at these. What movies have I seen in both theaters and streaming